Hey everybody, it's Matthew. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a new reaction video. We're going to be looking at Playing God by Polyphia. I know this has been out for a few years, so I'm a little bit behind the curve here, but I figured this would be a good time to go ahead and hear Polyphia for the first time. Now there was a new Tim Henson solo original song that I saw, and I was thinking about reacting to that, but I figured let's go back a little bit first and hear some Polyphia before we go and listen to a Tim Henson solo track. All right, so we got Playing God pulled up here. Let's get right into the reaction. Very cool intro. Boy, he gets through those chords really fast. Very beautiful note choices so far. Okay, so far I did not expect this song to be as acoustic forward as it is. I didn't realize that. I thought this was a song that was going to be on electric, actually, because of, I'm used to their kind of compressed guitar sound from Tim. That's a pretty signature thing from him. But no, we're going fully acoustic here for this intro, which is really cool. The note choices are very beautiful. They use very different things. Even though they're kind of shreddy guitar players, it doesn't sound like metal, and they're using some really interesting modal sounds here, these different scales. It does sound a little bit minor, but it sounds more like they're using like a harmonic scale, or like a harmonic minor or something like that, instead of like a straight up minor scale. So let's keep going though. Even with all those notes, it's still really good hook. Okay, stop before it gets further into that breakdown there. So I like the kind of stylistic fusion they've got going on here. Obviously with their background, like I said, you expect them to be metal, but they're not like that. This song is very much not like that. And they're doing a cool thing fusing kind of hip hop kind of stuff in here, because you hear those like electronic style kick sounds and things like that that you would typically hear in like rap or trap. And they incorporate it here pretty seamlessly. I like how the bass is present, but it still gets out of the way and lets the guitars be the centerpiece here. It's very well mixed. The guitars are the centerpiece, but nothing is like noticeably absent from the mix either. And when you're in a sparser kind of mix like this, when you've got acoustic sounds, it can be really tough to keep the sounds from competing with each other. So this is a really nice sounding song. Oh, we got a bit of a change here. Bringing the jazz chords. Oh, this is so different. He's playing through the chord changes. Quite a feel. Okay, last pause here, and then we'll finish it off. But I just want to say this is really technically proficient playing. They're playing through the chord changes very well. And all the notes sound really good. Rhythmically, it's very tight, which I think is probably the best thing about Polyphia, is even with the complexity, the band is still very tight. And you get these really great groovy percussive stabs of the chords in between these notes that also are still very rhythmic. So it has a really nice groove, even with all the complexity, which is a mark of a very well written and well played song. And also their drummer is very good, I would like to add as well. I gotta bring back the hook from the verses. Well, that's just it. Well, there we go, guys. First time listen of Polyphia there, and I was very surprised by what I heard in this. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. But it's a really well-written song. They're a really tight band. They play really well. And it was pretty groovy, even for it being a very modern kind of song. And I think that's what makes it so good, is the groove of this song is really great because the playing is so tight. And they do add things in there that add to the groove, like I said, the occasional chord stabs that are very rhythmic. And then the things they're doing with adding the electronic kicks and stuff, it still gives this song a lot of groove, even with the sparse instrumentation and the very technical playing. And with how they arranged this, it did a really good job of feeling like there were hooks present in the song, even though it is an instrumental, and sometimes that can get a little lost with instrumental music, but nothing sounds like a waste of time in the song is a good way to put it. And I like how it's this big complex fusion of kind of like, you know, modern metal, which they do have a background in. This song is very much not like that, but with the technical playing that's obviously present in here. They got the kind of the hip hop elements, you know, with the electronic drum sounds and different things. And then even a little bit of like jazz kind of stuff fused into this whole thing here. It makes it a very interesting song and a really fun listen. And I like that it's a short song with instrumental music. Sometimes people can get a little carried away with what they're playing and play stuff for too long or play these random riffs and things that don't really connect together. But this song is very short and sweet, and it has a defined beginning, middle, and end. You know, every part in the arrangement is well defined, and nothing is a waste. They're not sitting there just jamming through a thing and taking way too long to finish the song. It says exactly what it needs to, and it's gone really quick. So props to them for making an instrumental song that's very tightly packaged. And alright guys, that's going to do it though for my first time listening to Polyphia here. Like I said, very surprising. I enjoyed the song a lot more than I thought I was going to. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video as well. Leave a comment down below if you want. As always, don't forget to click the bell so you know when a new video is out on the channel. And I'll see you guys next time in another video. Have a good one.